What's going on, y'all? This is Plural Clarity. I'm just here to give you a short little synopsis of a film that I saw called Lucy. It was starring Scarlett, Johansson, and Morgan Freeman. You may have seen the advertisements and all that kind of stuff. Anyways, it's being advertised as somehow Scarlett Johansson's character Lucy gets the ability to use a higher percentage of her brain functions, and then a bunch of calamity ensues from there. So anyways, to start the movie off, it didn't really start how I thought it would based on the advertisements and the commercials and previews that I saw, but that was a good thing because it kind of took you into a different path than you might have thought it would have gone into. The situation was pretty unbelievable, but you know, it is what it is. They make these things for movies. But she ends up having something happen that causes her to have these abilities heightened and everything, and then all of a sudden she kind of like exhibits her powers by doing certain things, like things you see in the commercials, making people move and all that kind of stuff. And it's really interesting to find out some of the things that there were going on in the movie. It kind of makes you wonder if those things are actually possible. And then Morgan Freeman's character, I guess he was like the person that was like the world-renowned person that studies this kind of thing, heightened states of being and things of that nature. So he was a pretty big part of the movie too, because he had to kind of like help her along in part of it. It was a decent. It was a decent movie. There weren't really too many special effects or anything in it, which kind of was a good thing. But there were some that kind of helped you to see her powers and all that kind of thing. It was worth going. I went to the matinee, so it was worth doing that. I wouldn't say go, to the evening show or anything like that. That's just my preference of it. But the storyline was pretty cool. It wasn't predictable for me, and I'm a big person on predictability of movies. I don't like when it's too predictable. So this wasn't the case for this movie. But anyways, the thing that happened to give her the powers was basically set up by some bad guys who were the protagonists, antagonists in the movies. So there was like a chase and all that kind of stuff, and they had to catch her, and could they get to her in time to prevent something from happening, things of that nature. So I'm not going to it's kind of hard to get too deep into it without giving it away, but just to say that I did like the storyline. They did kind of leave it open for maybe not a sequel, but a continuation, because I don't really see how they could do a sequel unless more of this stuff was available that kind of put her into the situation. Maybe somebody else was affected or something like that. I guess that's possible, but overall, the acting was pretty good considering it was sci-fi. How good could the acting be? But I would recommend it. Like I said, I liked it. I mean, that's just my thing. Anyways, this is going to be short. I don't want to give too much of the story away. Once again, this is Plural Clarity, and always, if you didn't hear it from me, then that means I probably didn't say it.